Hi everyone, this is Lindsay and I'm going to take you on an audio visual tour of how to do a self-review using the Quality Matters standards. So you'll see by this screen, if you move your mouse over the image itself, you'll see a progress bar pop up on the bottom. This progress bar will allow you to pause me whenever you wish, will allow you to drag me forward to make me hurry up and get to the point, or will allow you to go back so that I repeat something for you. So here we are looking at my own browser window. I'm a Chrome user, so this might look familiar to you. And the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the URL, that web address of Quality Matters. So I'm going to type in qualitymatters.org. Now here's the story. Because I have logged into Quality Matters multiple times on my own computer, Chrome is going to remember that URL for me. So as we look at the Quality Matters window, you can see that there's a number of different pull-down menus. This should be the same as what you're going to see on your own screen. I'm going to be focusing under membership for today, and you'll look and there's a number of different options here. By the way, if you do not already have a Quality Matters account, this is the selection that you would use in order to sign up for a new account. And then once you do, it's an immediate response. You'll have your account immediately. You don't have to wait. In this case, because I do have a Quality Matters account, I'm going to click on My QM Login. This is a single left click. Now, because I have logged in on this computer before, it's going to take me to the sign-in sheet, or the sign-in window, sorry, and it's going to input my information for me because it asked me if I wanted to save the information, and I did. So my email address is my username. This is the email address that you used in order to set up your account. And I had designated a password at that time, and it's remembering it for me. So I'm going to left click, that's a single left click on sign in. And here we go to a new window. And now you'll notice in this window there's a number of options across the top. I might have a couple additional ones because my role within Quality Matters is going to be a little bit different than yours. Chances are pretty good. So we're going to focus over on the left-hand side. This is your navigation pane. Look for My Tools and click on the plus button in front of My Tools. That's a single left click. The second choice in that now open navigation area is Course Review System. That's where we want to go. So single left click. Now we are in the CRMS. This is the Course Review Management System, and you'll see there's a number of options and other choices that you can make. We're going to focus on the Start a Self-Review. Again, single left click. So here we are in a brand new worksheet for self-reviews. By the way, nobody else sees your self-review. This is private to you. The only thing that happens is that I will be notified, because I'm your QM coordinator, if you do create a self-review or save one. Now, I don't see anything, any information that you've entered in there. All I know is that you've created a self-review. That's it. Now, as far as the self-review title, which is the very first thing that you're asked to do, I would recommend adding your course number. In this case, I'm going to put in CSA 126. And I would also suggest that you type in the semester that you're doing this review. This is, again, these self-reviews are for your own information. So for me, this kind of makes sense. What course am I going to choose? Which semester was I teaching this course in? As we scroll down a little bit, we can see that here's a number of standards, the 8 general standards, just the same way as you had seen if you had taken our APP-QMR course, that 8-hour training. You'll see the general standard, the same information you saw in that workbook. You'll see the standard numbers, the point value, the exact same way that you saw in the text in our workbook, as well as the annotation. So this is actually an electronic version of the workbook that you had used when you were taking your APP-QMR training. Now, for example, just a quick example, we're going to look at standard 1.1 and read that standard. Instructions make clear how to get started and where to find various course components. Well, if I click on the annotation, I can see that there's a number of different ways that that could be met, different suggestions. It doesn't mean you have to do any of them. It just kind of gives you a frame of reference. Here's some suggestions that you might use. So I'm going to close that annotation. And for this case, I'm going to pretend that I did not meet the standard in my course. And so I'm going to click on not met. Again, this is just information for yourself. Nobody else sees this. So I'm going to click on not met, and I'm going to type in a note for myself. Need to create, hopefully spelled correctly. Need to start here module. So I've taken a look at the standard, I've compared it to my class, I've made a determination of whether it met or not, and if it didn't meet, okay, now what do I need to do? And you will do this as you work your way through the standards, through each of the standards. If you ever have any questions about what any of the standards mean, go ahead and click on the annotation and use them for reference. I surely do. Very helpful to help me understand what is the difference in the language that they're using for the different standards. Sometimes they seem to overlap a little bit, but in reality, once you read the annotations, you'll see that they're very specific. The language is specific to a particular focus that they want you to take on your own course. So here you are, taking a tour to get to your course review system so that you can do your own self-review. If you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Contact me either by phone or by email, and I will return that call as soon as I can. In the meantime, thanks so much for listening. I really appreciate your attention.